One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from Kansas City. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. 24-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, that is Smith. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. No gain on the play.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. With one receiver, that's Jalen Royal. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, KC.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Smith. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. If that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Cougar 19!
McBride is the motion man. They'll go again with Benson. And he'll get about 5.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
from the 46. Here's 2nd and 4. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trey Benson, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. McBride is the motion man.
Ready.
On 3rd down, they go with Benson. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
70, Cup 19, Cup 19.
He'll look to throw. On to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one.
18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
A short one here, caught by McBride. Down the left sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. His 4th TD grab of the season.
The kick feels good.
What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Let me get this on the ground with Smith. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, Mahomes. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 16 on that connection, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run here with the rookie. Finds an alley to the 35. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. That one good for 26 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big game on the ground.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, KC. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have it.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. He's inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. It is a big gain for Arizona. 54 yards.
Come on. Hey.
A pickup on the play of 54 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
McBride is the motion man. Higgins sent in motion.
Steady.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. This is caught at 2. And he's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Cardinals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Attack, attack. Yellow. Hey, Riplet. Yellow, yellow. Watch out.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down throw. Mahomes. This one will be Smith. Blown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Comeback route, and he's got it. He's got room at the 30. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City. And make it 3 in the first. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. I'll tell you what, I'm excited what the next 3 quarters have in store.
So now it's Bucker following the touchdown to send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they are set to start the drive with first and 10. Harrison in motion. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Let's go now.
At the 24-yard line.
Mustang 19.
He'll drop the throw. Down the field, caught on that left sideline. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
41-yard line.
Here we go. Strike. 70 Lions. Hut, hut.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. At left side, that's the tight end, McBride. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
70 Rangers. 70. Ready.
Now, faking the give, moving outside the pocket. He's going to run it. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
That's Harrison in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Ready, ready.
The first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is first and goal.
60 Bobcats. Ready.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. All right, to start the drive, and here is Smith. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Finding room across midfield. And he will score. Rashard Smith. Touchdown, Chiefs. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Okay, break. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
Ready? Gravity lying.
Back to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
6-yard line.
19-18.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Get it. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Dragon 60.
McBride is the motion man. Back to the air again on second and 10. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this.
Okay,
It's going to
ready?
be third. They need
19
one.
Lions. Tag. Wrap up. Buffalo 18.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the lines of game, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
First down. It's a gain of 3. And the Cardinal first down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Go. Cow Cutter. 79 Broncos. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warrior 70.
That's Harrison in motion. Back to the air one more time. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. That catch number 40 on the season for him. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Steady.
They'll look to throw again. That one is complete to McBride. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
4 yards.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Moving to his right. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Cardinals. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. The extra point by Day is good. And the Cardinals have come back to level things. It's 28 all. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get across the 20, knock him down 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
A give, left side, here's Smith. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Mahomes. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On second down, Mahomes. That is intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Trick the Eagle, trick the Eagle. Buffalo 18.
Higgins sent in motion.
Ready up.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. Both teams look good on the offensive side of the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Now a return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Higgins sent in motion. On the ground, it's Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
He'll look to throw. Out to his right. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route. But the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get 21 on that one. It's an Arizona first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Go! Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. Steve Maverick. Let go.
He'll get that one out to Connor. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
McBride is the motion man.
Ready?
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And did the Chiefs get it? They did.
Like, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Once again, it's Smith. He's to the 25. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Tony Simon. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first of the year.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself second and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Third, they need 8.
13 yards. It's now third down.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Now he takes off. And he's going to be close to the first down. Stopping just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up third and short yardage.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
Ready? Ready? Liking.
Here's a design run. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's to the end zone. Well, it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now. Give up the middle to Smith. And some good blocking at the point of attack. They'll pick up about 7, and it brings up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll run with Smith. Good blocking, and he's in. Smith, touchdown Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
McBride is the motion man. They bring a tight end in motion left. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Szsn in there to drop it. Loss of 5 to start the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2. Trailing late, and gotta go here. It's 4th down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready up?
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
Hey, Ridley. Yellow. Hey, Red.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. The open man is Royal. He's got it. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Yellow.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Max Melton. And the Cardinals are going to take possession.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Let's go now.
McBride is the motion man.
Let's go.
On the toss, they go with Benson. And he'll lose big yardage on this one. Trying to get to the edge. Instead, steps out of bounds well behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
McBride is the motion man. Ville looks to throw. His throw left side is complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. They'll try and run here with Benson.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Now, faking the give. There's a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Forced to his right. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On the set.
Here it is, 4th down and 10. That's Harrison in motion.
Go.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And it is caught, but he's out of bounds. Would have been the first down, but he could not stay in. As a result, they're going to turn this over on downs. On play action, it's Mahomes. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
On the give, it's Szsn. And it's followed up after a gain of a yard. So, right after the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. It is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And now it's decision time, Mike. And I'll tell you, this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. The question comes down to, do you trust your offense to put this game away and come up with a first down? Or do you punt the ball back and say, okay, defense, let's not give them any good field position? is a big decision right here. I can't wait to see what he does.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple. Here's Mahomes. He'll buy time left. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is out of bounds. Marco, that's a 25. Not only do they convert on fourth down, they picked up a quarter of the field. A gain of 25.
Yellow.
Down and run with Smith. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Smith again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Third down, and it is a run by Harvey. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.